My content is for 13 and up or adult collectors of the product. Hello everyone, for this video, we're going to be talking about the future of Hasbro for Beyblade Burst Quad Drive, and really just in general, kind of giving my thoughts on it and what's to come out. And before we continue with the video, subscribe to the channel with bell notifications on. Think of this as a recap video. There is some new stuff, which we get pictures of the back of the box for this set. But yeah, I wanted to start off with this. This is a big set. I believe they say, quote-unquote, it is for the fall. But the reality is it is summer. It's supposed to have Prominence Phoenix and Devastate's Bellfire, along with the Octa and, I believe, Merge attachments that are extra. It is a double-decker stadium where the top floor, if you put on a little circle thing, it will make them only play on that level. And then after if you remove it, they go on top and they drop down. Hasbro's first double-decker. Again, a lot of these comments, Battle Tower or whatever. I still don't know what the Battle Tower is. This is the first Burst double-decker stadium. No, honestly, the stadium does look really sick. I'm actually only excited for the stadium. And pricing should maybe be close to the Motor Strike. I think it was like 66 or whatever. Canadian, hopefully not too expensive, whatever. And here's the back of the box. And just to really show it off, we get a closer look finally at the base and everything, so I can kind of talk about that. The rest of it's just kind of just talking about what's left for it, which, mind you, is pretty much nothing yet. It should be like $66.99 USD. So we're going to start off with Prominence and then after Bellfire. So Prominence, I don't know if it's surprising. I mean, it's not really surprising, but it's kind of just like, okay. So Prominence, no armor. You can clearly see that it's perma-fused, whatever. And again, I'd like to mention that Union Achilles, they gave it the sword. Even some of the Surge stuff had gimmicks. Both Revive and Dread had their gimmicks in Turbo. And the thing is that with Prominence, there's nothing complicated about it. It's just an armor that attaches. So the fact that we didn't get that when it was very simple was kind of whatever. Unless somehow, somehow my eyes are playing tricks when we actually get it. Oh, it has the armor. No, listen, you can clearly see that it doesn't have it there, so I'm going to go with no. Maybe it's good against lefts for Quad Drive or whatever. Overall, not well. Maybe Phoenix has tight slopes, eh? Maybe we could get that. You get Tapered, which is probably, I would argue, one of the best cutie discs. Driver, I don't know what it's supposed to be. I think it's Zone or something. I forget. I'm going to stop guessing. You get a variant of Universe. Obviously, no free spin, but even Hasbro's regular Universe is not good. So, I don't know. You can use the Red Universe SPM, I guess, but maybe works against lefts or whatever. The thing is that since they're very tall, that's kind of like the issue with the cutie stuff. And my general thought is just that they're very tall. I don't think they had to do the whole 4-in-1 thing. I'll be honest. It's like this is like an honest. I'm giving an honest question. Like, what do you think of the 4-in-1 gimmick in cutie? I don't care for it. Like, to be honest, like, it's just kind of like, okay, it's not even really related to the stadium or anything. So that's probably why I'm kind of just a little bit indifferent to it. Just like so with Devastate, since there's no gears or anything, you can't really fill that empty hollow thing, and obviously not rubber, whatever. It's dead on arrival. Again, if maybe the slopes are good, maybe Quad Drive could at least have that going for it, because none of the slopes are really tight. Salvage is currently, the Valtryek V7 is currently the best, but even then, it's like, the best is not really that good compared to some of the top stuff. Sequex is like fine, whatever. The stamina tip, I can't tell what it is, and they have the thing that's like based on All Might. Seems whatever. So at least for this, so I've kind of just talked about how overall performance with Hasbro stuff, probably not well. For cutie stuff, you can probably get some fun out of this for aggression or whatever, so just so you can tell, I've covered both ways, and I think I was fair for both of them. And yeah, no, I definitely think so. I think overall with QD though, I'm not expecting anything else. Like, I think maybe at best you maybe get, maybe if there's some exclusive set or something, maybe one big tournament set, maybe. Probably not. I think that's kind of it for Quad Drive. We have a little bit left, and I'll talk about it. I do want to switch our attention, like a palate cleanser, I guess, to something more interesting, which is Hasbro's Pro Series. Union / Harmony / Prime is like, I don't know if it's in stores, but I know people can get it online, Amazon or whatever. But the wave that's up and coming, I don't know when it's supposed to release, but Mythodux with Octa, Venom Diabolos, should have had Erase with it, but Outer Variable Dash, and then after Tact with Cross and Trans Dash, so that's pretty exciting. You know, I think they're really missing Goku now. And I think with Pro Series in general, just like I said, as long as the part choices are good and whatever, I'm fine with it. I still think it would have been nice if we could have gotten Erase and whatever. But with Pro Series stuff, and especially since this is an important topic moving forward, it's... With Pro Series, I don't know how long it's gonna go for. Like, I can't tell what Hasbro's plans are, if they just want to go through 2023 and that's it, no 2024. I do hope they just keep it going, because we still need to get through Sparking. I think what hurts Pro Series a lot is just the idea that it's like 3 per wave, so and it's very long waits in between, and there are quality control issues. But if they delay it and there's no issues, I prefer that over them just constantly pumping it out. Hopefully, we get some interesting stuff leading on. I'm sure they will continue this. My wishes are maybe they do modified versions of the Pro Series Stadium. Maybe. It would be nice. And Pro Series, I generally think, is probably Hasbro's best bet. I do wish the prices in Canada were a little bit more affordable. I have noticed a general price increase overall with Hasbro products, but yeah, I think Pro Series is probably like the one thing that we can all kind of come together and be like, yeah, at least we have that. Quality control issues do suck, but it does depend on the thing. I do try, and I mentioned these in the Pro Series reviews, that it does depend, but hopefully they just use stronger plastic, and they don't kind of do the Hasbro thing. Because there are times, I think it was like the Master, Ace, and Cobra thing, like those were all fun. I don't really think anyone ran into issues, so just keep on the same boat. And the reason why I say this also is just because the less issues they have on wearing easier, the less copies you are forced to buy, because if the things wear so easily and have breakage issues, then no one wants to constantly buy a copy, whatever, right? But yeah, these are definitely nice. Excited for Pro stuff. Importing, obviously, from the US and Canada, it is an absolute madness. So, moving on. Yeah, I think I was pretty fair for the Pro stuff. Alright, moving on. For the rest of QD now, Roar Balkesh, Stone Baldurov, Decay Perseus, which I believe is supposed to be Devil Perseus, Destruction Balefire, Glory Ragnar, Ultimate Evo Valtryek. This is what's remaining that we know. I think Roar Balkesh and Destruction Balefire are just going to be the anime recolors. I don't know if they're going to do anything special with it. Hopefully they look at least nice. Ragnar... Now, for Ragnar, I think they're going to do Extend plus Q, and then after they'll probably throw Kick Attachment. Evo Valtryek. Well, because they can't... Would they do double? I don't think they could do Extend plus and then Extend plus. Yeah, maybe they could. Well, if they do, then maybe that could be pretty good, actually. If they do it where it's Extend plus Attachment Stamina mode, then maybe. Ultimate Evo Valtryek, I mean... Obviously, we already know that... Okay, like for Raphael, we already know it's probably not going to be no Halo. If it's heavy, I don't know, maybe it can be kind of slightly better than Hasbro's Cosmic. I don't really have any hopes for the Ragnar, other than maybe the performance tip attachment. The Valtryek... If they don't make it too hollow, it could work. I don't know if the attachment's going to be an already awakened variable, which is going to be plastic already, we already know, or if it's going to be unawakened, which I'm very curious, and is it going to be like red, and then the driver's like, I'm curious. But I'm not really that... I mean, I'm more excited for Ragnar than Valtryek, to be quite honest. Hey, let me know with the remaining QD stuff, what are you really excited for? Okay, now for this one, which is basically what the rest of the video topic is, it is for Beyblade Burst BU, which is known as Burst Ultimate. This is a Photoshop concept that's probably going to go in the thumbnail. So this is like Chain Kerbeus K7 or whatever. Okay, so as we know, TAKARA TOMY is doing BU. I don't know how long BU goes for, if it just goes up until the end of the year, whatever. But an important thing to notice is that here in the, you know, Canada, US, the West, right? There's a heavy reliance on the anime, right? I feel like the anime is a lot more popular and gets a lot more attention here than, let's say, it would in Japan. And when Quad Drive ends, like... It's going to be a lot less, probably, unless they... So there's this other thing that I kind of covered in this weekend review, which is maybe that there could be a Beyblade anime season, but it's Hasbro-only bays, and it's like them continuing, but something like that. I'm going to have the weekend review linked in the description. It was kind of vague, whatever, but I do remember hearing details about that. I do think if there is an anime that kind of just push or something like that, that could probably save future if they want to do something like BU. I don't really know exactly what they plan to do, if they just planned, like, it's very tricky, right? Because it's just going to be a continuation of Quad Drive. Is it going to be QD but a new system? These are the questions I wonder. Ideally... What I would have liked would have been, like, Pro Series releases, like, in TAKARA TOMY, but, like, Hasbro stuff, if that makes sense. We're probably not going to get it. So what you can probably expect is the remainder of the cutie stuff we mentioned, maybe a little bit more Pro Series, but I don't know how much longer it goes, to be quite honest. Big factors here are promotion, what do they plan to do, how are they going to grab attention? And yeah, I think that's kind of it. So I think we got a decent discussion on this and where there was substance to it. So yeah, I've already covered some of this stuff, but it was good to get the topic discussion. Now what I want to mention is we have a store for a pre-order for Chain Kerbeus and Gatling Dragon. This is an optional way to support the channel, so I do appreciate any support regardless. I do think... Pro Series, there's definitely some hope for it. QD, I don't really care. Maybe some attachments could be useful, whatever, but aside from that, it's like, it's QD, it's QD. I would honestly hope if they're done or whatever, just focus on Pro Series, man, because I'm pretty sure... And it's funny, too, because I know there are some that are maybe against getting TT, but if you get Pro Series, well, then what exactly are you getting, you know? I do hope they do put a big focus on Pro Series or Pro Series quality, where it's basically just TAKARA TOMY or whatever, right? Because, like, Squid Strike is down. Like, they killed Squid Strike for Pro Series. I'm kind of just at this point where it's like, whatever. I think when Quad Drive is done, you will definitely see me do a video kind of giving an in-depth reflection. Maybe I go over each release, or maybe I could probably do that if I do, like, a QD tier list video. But, yeah, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and please, like, I'm actually curious. Give me your thoughts on QD, on the stuff. What do you think? Pro Series, whatever. Let's try to get a discussion going on. And thank you for watching. Regardless of whatever happens with Burst, still gonna cover, still do the reviews, still be fair and honest with the stuff, right? And yeah, that's kind of it. So here's to hoping they do a good job for the rest of the year. That's pretty much what I want for both Hasbro and TAKARA TOMY, because I think we all can agree that we want to enjoy this stuff before it ends. And thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day and bye.